Suddenly, the teapot shatters. In the aftermath, we see a girl and the MC standing there. The MC immediately asks if she's okay, but the girl is too stunned to respond. This is where the story begins. We are introduced to a grand mansion, bustling with workers. A group of men welcomes the girl as she arrives. Meanwhile, a boy carefully places something into a cup. The door opens and the MC greets the girl warmly. She takes a seat at the table and the MC presents her with a cup of Darjeeling tea. She thanks him, takes a sip, and lets out a sigh of satisfaction. "You have great taste," she says. The MC replies, "I've been working as a member of the Tenyo family staff for a while now. It's only natural." At this moment, we learn his name, Eito. Eito glances outside. "It feels like a rainy day," he muses, "but the forecast says it should be sunny." He then mentions that he informed the general to postpone the schedule. The girl smiles. "Your intuition is always spot on, Eito, but mine is perfect. I'd be bored if nothing interesting happened." She recalls the day she entered high school. She had a feeling Eito would be in her class, and she was right. Curious, she asks, "So, what's been happening lately?" Eito shrugs. "Nothing serious. Though someone from another class confessed to me." The girl freezes. Her grip loosens, and the teacup slips from her hands, spilling onto the table. A panel reveals her inner thoughts. She can do anything, yet something about this moment unsettles her. She reaches out, gently touching Eito's hand. I can't control what's going through my mind right now." Trying to steady herself, she asks, "What happened after they confessed?" "Of course, I turned them down," Eito replies. She looks at him, searching for confirmation. "Is that really true?" "It is," he assures her. Noticing the spilled tea, he asks, "Are you hurt? Did your dress get stained?" She shakes her head. "It's fine, just take care of the broken pieces." Eito nods and accepts the task. She scoffs. "A confession, huh?" Eito nods. "Yeah, it's my first time being confessed to in a row." She freezes for a moment, stunned. "Wait, what do you mean in a row?" Before he can answer, he quickly warns, "Just don't break the cup, it's your favorite." Without hesitation, she kicks the cup. Eito sighs. "That's dangerous, you know?" She crosses her arms. "Some things are more important than money, Eito. Like getting confessed to multiple times. If money could buy that, how much would it cost? 1,000? 1,000,000? Eito shakes his head. "Calm down. You don't even know how to manage money properly." He exhales. "Besides, it's not worth talking about. I was confessed to in a row, and I turned them all down." She narrows her eyes. "When exactly did this happen?" Eito sighs. "It happened while you were away on your trip?" The girl's expression darkens. Eito can never be left alone again. "Did I make him dislike me?" She had thought a 3-night trip would be fine, but it turned out to be more dangerous than she expected. Next time, she wouldn't leave him behind. Eito reassures her. "Everything was normal while you were away." She frowns. "Then why didn't you come with me?" "It was because of your father," Eito explains. "He told me to stay behind and protect the house." She huffs. "I should send my father a message saying, 'I hate you.'" Eito chuckles. "Don't do that, you'll make him bedridden." She mumbles under her breath, then suddenly asks, "Are you sure you rejected all of them?" Eito nods. "Yeah, every single one. I felt bad for them. I just couldn't reciprocate their feelings." She exhales. "I see. Then tell me immediately if this happens again or I'll break every cup in the mansion." Eito smirks. "I see. But threats aren't good, my lady," she pouts. "I wasn't careful." "Haha, guys, we know what it means. Jealousy at its peak." She then brightens up. "I want to go to school with you." Eito nods. "All right." Guys, is this her first move? Without hesitation, she hugs his arm and pulls him along toward the school. "I want to get there early," she says. Eito smiles. "As you wish." Then, he glances at her. "You lost your composure. Did I trouble you in the end? She shakes her head. There was something problematic, but it wasn't you. Her voice softens. There's something I desperately want. Something I can't give to anyone. Haha, guys, we all know what that means. Edo tilts his head. Is it some rare item blessed with desires? What kind of wonderful thing is it? He pauses, then smirks. Why don't you look in the mirror? Ah, I see. You need the most exclusive mirror in the world. She sighs. Your stubbornness hasn't changed one bit. Edo chuckles. What size of mirror do you want? She shakes her head. Forget it, I don't need a mirror. Her expression turned serious. It doesn't matter what I have. It's meaningless if I can't get the one thing I truly want and cherish the most. And then the flashback starts. The girl reflects on her past. She had always been able to do anything she wanted. Everything went her way. But when she was little and lonely, she met Edo. She picked him up after she found him. Just like always, she got what she wanted. She thought that adopting Edo into the Tenyo family would bring her more happiness. But Edo didn't become what she wished for. He always cared for her, as his master. Their bond remained a master-servant relationship. But she wanted him to care for her as a woman. She had been hated, avoided by other children. But you can't do everything without taking the first step, right? Little Edo once told her, hard work means making a lot of effort. Of course, there are talents you're born with. But you've achieved everything because of your efforts. That's something to be proud of. She had started crying then, calling out his name. Edo had comforted her with kind words. Since the day she met him, Edo had brightened her world with vibrant colors. Hey everyone, part 2 starts here. The girl gazes out the window, deep in thought. She knew this day would come. All the girls confessing to him, even those from wealthy families. But being confessed to in a row? That's insane. She sighs. She can't let her guard down or someone else will take him. Mumbling to herself, she frowns. It's unfair. The guy she likes is getting confessed to over and over. She clenches her fists. She's liked Edo longer than anyone else. Just then, a maid enters the room. Lady Hoshin, she says, the weather is clear and you should get ready to leave. The girl nods absent-mindedly. Edo takes care of her as a master, but not as a woman. If she confessed now, there might be a chance, but she didn't want to use him for her own feelings or personal gain. As they walk, she subtly reaches for his hand. She needs to make Edo see her as a woman, not just his master. She starts strategizing her second move when suddenly, rain begins to pour. She smirks. I knew it. My gut feeling was right. Edo looks at her apologetically. Sorry about this. It's fine, she reassures him. She glances around. There's no umbrella here. What a coincidence. I had all the workers store them away. The workers unknowingly had passed the vibe check. Edo sighs. Let's contact the umbrella shop immediately. She shakes her head. That's impossible right now. Then let's go to the convenience store, Edo suggests. The workers mumble among themselves. They shouldn't go to such places, it would dishonor the family. As they start walking, the girl suddenly remembers she has an umbrella in her bag. She grins. Let's go to school with an umbrella then? Edo nods and they begin walking together, sharing the umbrella like a couple. She smirks. Operation perfect. She had heard that her parents once fell in love under a shared umbrella during the rain. She glances at Edo. It feels like this world belongs to just the two of them. She straightens her posture. She's become more mature, more charming. Her eyes drift toward Edo. He looks completely different from when they were kids. Edo notices her spacing out. Please get under the umbrella, or your clothes will get wet. Instead of listening, she steps out from under the umbrella, distancing herself from him. Edo, she murmurs. She doesn't ask why. She already knows. Instead, she asks, why did you reject all of them? She hesitates. Do you like someone else? Edo looks at her calmly. I'm loyal to you. I've dedicated my life to you. The girl freezes. Eito continues. It's my way of repaying your kindness. I will always be loyal to you. Her romantic mode shatters instantly. Eito tilts his head. Do you have any complaints? She quickly shakes her head. No, I'm relieved. Then after a pause, she asks, what if I weren't here? Would you have accepted one of their confessions? Eito exhales. It would be hard not being by your side. Hearing this, the girl lights up with happiness. But then, Eito adds, though there's always a chance I could accept. They're all attractive after all. Her jealousy spikes instantly. She glares at him. I will never leave you. Eito chuckles and nods. Don't misunderstand. If it weren't for you, I might have fallen in love easily. She narrows her eyes. Did you say something, Eito? Eito shakes his head. No, I didn't. She smirks. I'll use everything. My intellect, physical strength, financial power, luck, and sixth sense. I'll use everything available to me. She clenches her fists. There's nothing impossible for me, no matter what it is. She looks at Eito with determination. Be prepared. She starts plotting her third move. All right, people, part 2 finishes here. Part 3 will be posted tomorrow, so make sure to tune in, like, and subscribe. Hey everyone, part 3 starts here. We're introduced to a new mansion. No, wait, I mean school. This school is nothing short of a masterpiece. Its majestic design rivals the finest estates, making every day feel like a walk through history. Eito and the girl step out of the car and everyone glances at them. What a charming scene. Everyone is complimenting her, and some people start murmuring that Eito belongs to her. The girl has her priorities straight, but her nerves kick in as she notices a couple of girls complimenting Eito and waiting to confess to him. She feels a jealousy strike when she hears that Eito has already been confessed to, including by a senior from the basketball club. She mumbles to herself that she must be brave and shouldn't let any girl take him away. A few girls approach Eito and greet him. Eito and the lady greet them back. The girls start complimenting him, and Eito tells them he's glad his efforts haven't gone to waste. They continue complimenting him, but suddenly the lady hugs Eito's arm and says they have to go to class. Eito and the lady apologize. Eito asks her if something urgent has come up. She replies that she's in a hurry and needs to get away from the danger. The number of messages Eito has been receiving has increased, and she tells herself she must take action immediately. They enter the classroom, and a guy greets them. His name is Yukimichi Kazami. They greet him back. Don't worry, this isn't a shoujo or josei manga, so there's no love triangle. Yukimichi asks the girl if she's okay. He mentions that they've been a close trio since childhood, but the lady rejects the idea, and Eito tells Yukimichi to shut up. The girl asks Yukimichi why he's here so early in the morning, and he says he took the train today. She points out that he usually takes a car, but he says that taking the train allows him to make more connections. He even met a girl on the train. Eito tells him he's diligent, while the girl says trains must be annoying since they're always crowded. Yukimichi nods and agrees that it's so packed you can barely move. The girl asks Yukimichi if the morning train is really that crowded. He confirms, yes, definitely. You have to be close to everyone. She suddenly tells Eito that he'll be taking the train with her tomorrow morning. Eito protests, saying it'll be too crowded, but she insists, demanding to know how crowded. Eito replies that it'll be so packed they won't even be able to move. She doesn't care. He must take the train with her no matter what, even if the world ends. Eito asks why she's suddenly so interested in trains today. She doesn't answer directly, but declares that he will be coming with her. Eito nods. It seems he already knew this was coming. She recalls how embarrassed she was when they shared an umbrella, but in an overcrowded train they'd be stuck together, semi-forced. This is her move. She mumbles to herself that she'll charm Eito and wonders about the perfect timing for a packed train. Yukimichi notices her scheming. He says, "Oh, there she is." Suddenly, a girl raises her voice and asks the lady to step outside for a moment. Shocked, she wonders how someone from Class 3 even knows her. Eito turns to Yukimichi and says, "It's the girl I met at the station while shopping." The girl hands the lady a gift to give to Edo. The lady barges in and gives Edo the gift, explaining that the girl made him cookies to thank him for the station incident. Edo thanks her. The lady abruptly changes plans. Instead of taking the train tomorrow, they'll be riding today. Edo nods in understanding. She quickly types something on her phone. Now, they're at the station waiting. Edo suddenly asks why she's taking the train. She replies that it's common sense. Edo warns her not to push too hard, saying this might not be the right time for a crowded train. But she points at the train and tells Edo to get in. Edo is shocked. She's deliberately choosing a crowded train over a free one. She insists she can't ride the empty train and drags him toward the packed one. Inside, her mood brightens. This is all part of her plan. With her pocket money from the Tendo family, the crowded train is perfect for her mission. She mumbles that the train is packed just to drop their MC. They're close. Too close. She wonders if she's crossed the line and suddenly launches at him. Edo reacts. Are you okay? Their eyes meet. He apologizes, but she reassures him. She feels jealous of the girl who gave Edo cookies. She tells herself she needs courage just like her. She has to. Edo asks if she's feeling sick. She insists she's fine, but tells him he needs to protect her well. Her heart beats louder, maybe loud enough to attract Edo. Then Edo leans toward her, touching her ear. I will protect you no matter what, he says. She blushes, completely losing her composure. She surrenders. Suddenly, all the passengers seem to vanish. Edo asks, Are you okay? She tells him to stop staring so much, it's making her embarrassed. She pins Edo against the wall, standing way too close. Take a seat, he tells her. Meanwhile, murmurs spread among the passengers. Edo is holding a girl on the train and his fans are starting to show up. Hey guys, I apologize for the long break. I actually made another 2 manga recaps while I didn't upload this manga. After this recap, there will be 1 chapter left until the latest chapter. It updates every 3 to 4 months, so you have to be patient. Part 4 begins as she reminds Edo that it's his turn. Edo and the girl holding hands, and she confidently tells him, let's pick up where we left off. Then we get a flashback to a few minutes earlier. Yukimichi invites them to play test a board game, explaining that his friend is developing one and hopes they'll help. With nothing else to do, Edo and the girl agree to join. Edo asks what exactly they're supposed to do in a playtest. Yukimichi assures him they just need to play casually. This board game is a unique twist on Sugoroku. Edo questions whether Yukimichi designed it alone, and Yukimichi nods, prompting compliments from both Edo and the girl. But then, skepticism creeps in. They exchange uncertain glances. Yukimichi clarifies the rules. They must follow the instructions on whichever square they land on. The girl, unfazed, says, "Bring it on." Edo, on the other hand, feels a sudden unease. The girl and Yukimichi tease him, asking if he's scared and whether he's planning to play with that kind of attitude. Edo hesitates, doubting the atmosphere. He tells the girl to check the instructions for her dignity. She refuses to back down, saying that she won't tolerate this kind of attitude and that one must risk everything to win. And with that, the game begins. Yukimichi goes first. Luckily, it lands on a square, requiring him to run 10 laps. At least for us. Yukimichi goes to run 10 laps while the girl suddenly pulls Edo to her side. Edo is stunned. They're now holding hands. It's part of the rules, she explains with a sly smile. So it can't be helped. Still processing the situation, Edo hears her prompt him. It's his turn. Hand in hand, he reluctantly rolls the dice. His piece lands on a green square that requires him to hug someone nearby. The closest person? The girl. She tells him to hug her hard. He responds, "As you wish," and wraps his arms around her, holding her firmly. He asks her if it's too tight. She tells Edo, "You've grown so much since the first time we met." Edo smiles. "And you have too." She tilts her head playfully. "Really? Where do you think I've grown the most?" Edo considers for a moment before replying, "You've learned to honestly trust people." Her expression shifts. Something about his response catches her off guard. She pauses, then scoffs lightly. That's not what I meant. It's completely different. Ito raises an eyebrow in confusion. Then what do you mean? She crosses her arms, exasperated. I meant my breasts? They've gotten bigger over the years. Ito sighs and pushes her hand away, handing her the dice. It's your turn now. Don't speak in such a way. It would dishonor our family. She takes the dice, muttering under her breath. Ito is formidable. This level won't work. I need to try a different tactic. I have to go all out. She glances at him. Shall we throw the dice together? Ito, still puzzled, nods. All right. She explains the rule and he listens, uncertain. They roll. Ito lands on a square that instructs him to riz someone near him with 10 things. She lands on a square that says the person near her must carry her like a princess until the next round. She smirks, combining the two conditions. Ito stares at her in disbelief. Wait, isn't this game kind of weird? She leans toward him, amused. So, are you gonna do it or not? And just as tension rises, she suddenly removes her top and leans in. Hold up. Hold up! Hey guys, are you excited for this? Don't skip, and make sure to like and subscribe. Your support keeps me motivated for the next part. There's only one chapter left, so hit that like button and subscribe. The girl asks Ito why he's hesitating to carry her. With a sigh, Ito gently pulls her face towards him and lifts her up like a gentleman. They settle back on the sofa, and she mumbles to herself that this feels even closer than when they were on the train. She could die of embarrassment. Ito then tells her that he's going to list his 10 favorite things about her, but admits that it might be difficult to come up with all 10 at once. He hesitates, but she reassures him, saying, It's okay, take your time. However, Ito quickly dismisses his hesitation, saying it's actually easy, and starts listing what he admires about her. He appreciates her natural handwriting, her dedication, her noble heart that never flaunts her efforts, and her confidence. He adds that she should also consider cherishing others' feelings. As he speaks, he glances at her, and she suddenly covers her face with her hands, embarrassed. Ito notices and asks if something is wrong, reminding her that he hasn't even finished listing all 10. She responds, saying it's even more heartfelt than she expected, but rather than her personality, she'd like him to compliment her appearance instead. With a nod, Ito starts again. He tells her that her charm isn't just about appearances, but she insists, no personality, only appearance. Ito agrees. She mumbles to herself that this is the moment, his chance to express his true feelings about her looks. She braces herself, trying not to be nervous. Ito begins, Your golden hair is beautiful. She nods, unfazed. She's used to compliments about her appearance. This should be easy. But then, Ito continues, Your silky, lustrous golden hair. How many times has its sparkle stolen my breath away? She's stunned. Is he captivated by her? He goes on, Your blue eyes remind me of the endless sky. Their noble sparkle is like a fine jewel. I feel honored just to be reflected in them. Her porcelain-like skin, he adds, accentuates her nobility even more. She mumbles to herself. She's received compliments before, but when Ito says it, her heart starts racing. Suddenly overwhelmed, she admits defeat, telling him to stop. Her eyes are full of shyness, her heart pounding wildly. It's not that I didn't like it, she tells him, flustered. I'm not angry either, it's just… Your words make me so happy. They mean something special to me. She admits that he always finds the right words to compliment others naturally, but maybe for her, his words aren't just casual. Ito reassures her, I'm telling the truth. My words are special to you because you're special to me. Sure, I can compliment others, but for you, I can go even further. She hesitates before asking, Is it really just for me? Ito nods. Yes, to me, you're the only person I truly care about. Then, we cut to a scene of a girl sitting in an airplane gazing out of the window.